How would one remove radon from the atmosphere? Well, there are a number of ways of doing it, and the best way is probably the way that Mother Nature does, and that's with diffusion. Now, as a general rule, every morning you're going to have an elevated level of radon at the surface here on the ground. And the reason why is because you have a temperature inversion. With the sun going down and the way that the heat comes off of the earth and transports through the atmosphere, that heat from the sun from the previous day gives rise to a nominal temperature inversion. And why that causes the radon to increase is that with a temperature inversion, there's no mixing of the ground air with the upper air. And with no mixing, the radon is limited to Fichtean diffusion, meaning just random motion. And it generally is not going to go more than, say, 10 mean-free paths. A mean-free path is how far will a radon atom travel before bouncing off of another gaseous atom. And by the time you're about 10 of those, there's not a whole lot of diffusion motion that occurs. And so when you have a temperature inversion, that can be many tens of meters, whereas a mean-free path is less than a meter. You don't get a whole lot of mixing of the ground radon that's coming from the earth with the upper atmosphere. But as soon as the sun hits the ground on the earth, it's going to cause convection currents, and those convection currents will break up the temperature inversion, and then the radon on the ground will diffuse and mix with the upper atmosphere, and it gets diluted. And so the real answer is ventilation. You just got to get rid of the radon and replace it with air that has less radon. And that's what we do in basements. If you have, say, if your house is built on granite, and that granite has a lot of uranium inclusions in it, one of the decay products of uranium is radium. And radium, the only decay product of radium is radon. And so if you've got that uranium in the ground, or specifically the radium, then that's going to give rise to the radon. And so the way that we remove it is ventilation. You simply move it to a place where you don't care, usually the upper atmosphere. It's how nature does it. It's how we do it. So thanks for the question. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.